Hello, everybody. This is Glory. Welcome to Alpha Home. Today, in the series of Kali, we will be speaking about the great architect, the great mind that Kali is, uh, which is Nimitha Kali. So, today we'll be discussing about how the mastermind behind all events, major, minor, petty, ghastly, eventful, glorious, behind every event across realms, across ages, at present in your life, lies her. Lies her great blueprint of plan that weaves your life through. So, she's not just a deity. Adya Kali is not just a deity that sits idle all day long and expects you to worship her. She is but the great planner of all life. How she can be most helpless victim and then cause the greatest dharmic battle like Mahabharata. So, this specific pattern also plays out in the life of a sadhaka of Kali, where she pulls you into something with a greater plan in her mind, and you still unconscious to her plan, to her mastermind, and whoa, she surprises you with her great architectural, magical, sprinkly genius ways. So this is called Nimitta Kali. So, and who is a Nimitta Kali? Any event that has to lead to a purposeful ending in her path, she is the one who begins it. We might often feel like every other great avatars have felt that it is them deciding. So, similarly, we might often feel that it is us taking a certain decision of meeting someone, let's say, completely ignorant of her plans. Let me take you to the story of Sati and Shiva, where she completely burned herself and pulled Shiva to every space her body parts fell. And you know why? For normal people, it's just a story. But for a Shakta, for a sadhaka of Kali, for the divine cosmic mastermind that Adya Kali is, which is the first one, the first Kali, the first creator, it is the standard operating procedure. It is the SOP to implement her own divine plan. Now, what is that divine plan? The divine plan is to pull Shiva into that event and pull the Shakti of Shiva to empower the place Sati's body parts fell. Be it the Mahavishnu avatar that will do the annihilation of the body, the charred body that Shiva was carrying in his hand and doing his taণ্ডava, or the Sadashiva himself who was madly head over heels in love with her. All of that and all of these avatars in those moments might have felt that it is them feeling that way, it is them doing that way. However, all that is not true. It is Adi Shakti herself who is behind the secret mission of her great architectural genius into weaving the fabric of the universe. So, take any story across any historical or mythological event, you will always find her signature. Spy, move. You will always find her signature move. That is the intelligence that operates beyond all intelligence, that moves intelligence itself. 211th name of Adya Mahakali is Sati, where she projects herself as the divine feminine. And Sadashiva is absolutely passionately and obsessively head over heels in love with her. And here is Sadashiva, who till date was unmoved by anything, but moved only because of his love for her. No force has ever caused him to move him unlike her. So he's the Adi Yogi, the greatest yogi ever known to mankind or to the divine kind. Shiva had all the powers in the world, but he never moved. And this was a great problem in the Devaloka. Not Brahma nor Vishnu, no one could cause him to move. So both of them, Brahma and Vishnu, went to Masati to win and asked her to win the heart of Shiva. And he was head over heels over her. He danced, he frolicked, he became oblivious of his own purpose, oblivious of his own yogic trance, only for Mata Sati. And Sati is the name of Adya Kali again. This is now the beginning of Shiva moving inch by inch. The Adi Yogi Shiva from his yogic trance was now moved by the great architectural genius, intelligence behind the intelligence of everyone, that is Adi Shakti. This key event, became the formation point for all yogic knowledge across that we know till date, because Shiva moved. The intelligence in him took shape and form, which was unmoving till now. It was only for her that he moved ever. So again, this is a very secret connotation which will also play out in the life of sadhakas. Shiva will only move and come down and fall in love for Sati, for the woman who is the Nimitha Kali, who will become the victim, the powerless victim. However, she's not. That's her play. Here Sati was the Nimitta, which is the victim, the helpless woman, becomes the avatara for great transformation in the cosmic realm. What did she do? She caused something so colossal that the reason that it led for becoming the reason for great events, great cosmic events. It is Adi Shakti who will draw them out and make them act in the cosmos, in the society, in the media, everywhere you see, it will always be this kind of design that will lead to great transformation. Any of these places. She has already done it. That is her design. So never underestimate thinking a woman is meek, she's naive, she's a victim of something, because that is her design, which will lead to greater wisdom, greater transformation, greater change in the society, right? So the creation of, now what did this lead to? This event where her charred body was, where Shiva first of all fell in love, moved because of her, did the tandav, holding her charred body in his hand, and Mahavishnu, whose role was to preserve, now came to rescue, because he felt if Shiva went cranky, he will destroy the entire universe. So, what did he did instead? His role was to preserve. What did he do? He cut Sati's body, which Shiva was holding, into pieces, and those pieces fell across all over the world. And Shiva went to each of those places and empowered them with his tears, which is, she enabled and managed to pull the Shakti out of Shiva, which he had contained through his sadhana, and create a path of preservation of a certain kind of Shakti across spaces. And she brought in Mahavishnu into her plan also. That is the Nimitha Kali. She is not the victim ever, but the mastermind behind all the intelligence that will play around. Where she painted herself as the victim and led Shiva to empower every single place wherein her body parts fell. Shiva went and empowered it with his tears. Now that is her design. She's always functioning as a victim. She will become the victim and bring the preserver Mahavishnu along with her into her plan. And Adi Shakti and Mahavishnu both always traverse together. She makes the glory that Mahavishnu gets in the society today. She makes Vishnu the preserver and gives him the applaud of the people, because he helped her play a part in her architectural blueprint, right? In other words, she brings more juice into the flat lives of Shiva and Vishnu, the flat world that they were trying to create. She brought in the characters, she brought in the juice, she brought in the events, such playful manner, such mysterious ways that it led to great stories, great events, led to great purpose in cosmic and human realms also. She makes them the character they played in her own architectural blueprint. This story is never just going to play out in the cosmic stories. Any story you pick, you will always find a victim. Parshurama, the story of Parshurama, where he went on a rampage of killing killing the kings who were adharmic. That began with the trigger being the Kamdhenu, the cow, the stealing of the cow, where Kamdhenu is one of the names of Kali. in her Sahasranama. So she became the victim, but she is not a victim. Similarly, in Ramayana, Sita, Ramayana, for your instance, is all about Sita. And here also, she chose to become the victim. In popular narration of Ramayana, you will always find people depicting Sita as a very meek woman, who was pushed into the forest. However, that is, please understand, go beyond the popular intelligence, because she's the intelligence beyond the intelligence. She's the intelligence behind all intelligence. So, Ramayana is all about Sita. Take out Sita and you will not have a great Ramayana to you. The entire message of Ramayana is gone without her. So she ensured Lakshmana is insulted and leaves her alone so that she can be kidnapped by Ravana. Do you think Adi Shakti, being the most powerful force in the universe, couldn't kill Ravana? She planned all that. She dropped her pile because Lakshmana never saw her face. He was only seeing her feet, so that he will recognize that that is where she was taken. So again, the theme of playing the victim to activate the Vishnu Tattva, to create a Maryada Purushottam, the great man that Ram is today known to the world. In other words, to bring out greatly the purpose of within all beings around. So again, this will always be the theme that is not just in stories, in cosmic events, but it has also happened to me. It will, I'm sure, I bet on it, that anybody who is in the sadhana of any form of Kali, this is going to be the theme. This is going to be the architectural design that she will plant in your life purposefully for something great that she has planned. She'll give you the dark moments so that she will then pull you out of it and place you and some other people greatly in great lights. Thank you so much for listening and being watchful of my videos. Thank you.